tempo about to kick it off and get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Here's the return from inside his 10. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense will have the football first. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they've faced, they've played great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David, and I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams are going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
And they got him for a safety. They'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stonewall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and which style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Washington. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Catches it at the 15. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All by himself down the middle. That's the 40. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Red Raider. Once he got a snap, it was all over right to the house.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to...
And they got him in the end zone for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
And your Texas Tech Red Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
And the Red Raiders buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. The give to the back. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They feed him again. Spins away from the defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. This is a designed run. Turning it on! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
So much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, it's Washington. It's complete to the left. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The give on the inside. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. At the 20, he's got space. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This this offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half, and the defense needs to start making adjustments.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Washington. Oh, they're after him. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field it close to the 50. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Finds a crease at the 20. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Red Raider.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Makes him talk to the hand. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for space, it's Jordan. Got the first down and more. Nice move, creates some space. And it's a fumble after that huge gain. Defense has it, they're on the move. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you thought for a second that is exactly what this offense wanted, right? Get the ball out of your own end zone. The running back gets it, gets some yards, but he coughs the football up on a horrible spot on the field. And now this defense is set up with great field position.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking for a man. It's Washington. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game.
Throwing the football if they were going to win this game, and one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that decision will be questioned for a while. First play of the drive comes from the 41. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Breaks into the open. The 30. The 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, Dave. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
On the ground, it's Barber. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. Looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route and hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Scanning the field, it's Washington. Pocket breaking down. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's...
the Cowboys will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. So Texas Tech's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover him, take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do. Because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Red Raiders are marching down the field. Looking for space. It's Barber. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Inside the 25. Kearney on the Jets. Touchdown, Red Raider. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Cowboys offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches and try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
I mean, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a fourth down.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Wants to adjust the pattern. Turning it on. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And the number one thing I'm thinking when I'm backed up like this is don't get a negative play. Create some space. Nice job by the offense. Nice run.
And as soon as you squirt through that hole, you can make a big play, and that's what they did there. At the 40, there he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Red Raiders, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. A designed run for the quarterback. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Power football with the run. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Third down play from the gun. Fires one high and deep. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And the Red Raiders will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can...
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hold. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. He'll pull it down. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They've got the screen set up. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. He'll keep it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll keep it on the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And these plays take time to develop. Nice job by the offensive line, buying some time. And how about the quarterback with a great decision? Seeing his receiver start on the left side, come all the way across the formation, get him the football. He does the rest, gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Off the play fake on first down. There's the pressure. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Dropping back, it's Daniels. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Rushes on him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback.
Oklahoma State, 0.
And the Cowboys line up to punt it away. Fourth time that we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Cowboys are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air, it's Daniels. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
Wants to return it. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day ever happened.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill. They're not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wants to change this route. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air, it's Underwood. Extending the play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending... Dukes will kick it away first. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas Tech's offense will have the ball first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen.
Going for a big play right off the bat. He's got it on the right. Off to the races. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That is how you start a football game. My guy's really fast, really good. Play, one superstar, one touchdown.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So James Madison's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking group.
I think the big question then is, how's this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
The Dukes are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Dukes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Kim. He's got it down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The Dukes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Payne. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He'll do it himself. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Off play action on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Red Raider. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game, and to do that, you got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You can see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Drills him with the stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. After the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback hung up to and sacked at the 12.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
That's That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw. That's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the Dukes will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To throw, it's Kim. Sets up the screen. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Here's the handoff. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
I know hindsight's 20/20, but I hate the play call there. It's 3rd and long. You're in your own end of the field. That's a play. You got to throw it. You got to trust someone to make a catch and go make a play. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. Nobody falls for it. It's just a bad play.
The Dukes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Here's the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Dukes moving quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Kim. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they had...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Duke have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Kim. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. They're working that left side. Out of bounds, stop just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Wants to go up top on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
Might be calling a hot route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Kim. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave it the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner goes down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's White. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Underwood. Working that left side now. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game has taken...